back to the new look CITV. Yes, it's also exciting. We also have this. Careful, Titch. But first, Hazel and Hinkley are playing with a new toy in Pottimus Park.
Ooh, ooh. I'm looking for pots of hippo fun. There it is.
Pottimus Park is sponsored by Hippo Fromage Frais.
Do you remember on Tuesday I told you about Pottimus Park Magic Money? Well, it truly is magic. Take a look at this. Watch very closely. All I do is wave my hand, and that's when the money will actually fold itself up. You see, it truly is magic. But now tomorrow, Auntie Alice comes to visit and not everything goes to plan. Make sure you don't miss it.
Hip, hip, hippo!
For pots of wholesome fun.
Now make sure you don't forget this bag.
Because we're going to have a lot of fun.
With Big Bag, Fridays, 25 to 4 on CITV. Yes, we'll be joining Kelly tomorrow. But coming up very, very soon on the show, we have Sutty & Co. and they'll be discussing their fears and phobias. Of course, I'm frightened of nothing. Not frightened of spiders, not frightened of...
It's just a joke. See how slow Norris...
Your telly comes alive!
Terrible kitchen, wizard or a widget, tangle, touchy, and stuff will make you happy. Burgers, Bambies, and Wonder Woman and Alley. Pottimus Pub, with Hateful Hippie and Heavy Ditch. Big Mac, and Jelly arrive! On CITV, your telly comes alive! Your telly comes alive! Whoever wrote that song is excellent. It's a brilliant song, but now it's time for the magical stories with Slow Norris.
Hasn't Ali got such a nice laugh? Anyway, let me tell you, what do you think the slowest thing in the world is? It's not Slow Norris, honest. It's Danielle putting on her makeup every day. Anyway, Slow Norris is back same time next week here on CITV.
Yes, and now it's time for What's Behind the Birthday Curtain! Fanfare, please! Yes, it's a happy birthday wish to Eleanor from Aberdeen, who's 9 today. What a beautiful, colourful card. Thank you very much, Eleanor. And if you would like to have your birthday card on the birthday curtain, then send your entries into this address, which is on your screen now. We'd love to see them.
As it's your birthday, Eleanor, we're going to dedicate brand spanking new Doug that's coming up a tiny bit later on just for you today. But I do wonder if Doug will ever change his tank top. It must smell by now, surely.
Yeah, and we have more drama in the ward.
We also have a very special guest popping in from the ward, so that will be coming up a tiny bit later on. But let me tell you, it's Magic and Mayhem next in Sutty & Co. Come down here. There we go. That's much better. Now, make sure your pens are on the ready. Yes, because we're going to be giving you the third question to our big competition to win a fabulous holiday for 4 people. So make sure your pens are ready.
But now it's time for one of yesterday's Dare to Doers, Darren. And he seems to be looking for someone.
What's wrong, Sudie? You mean you can't find Swoop, Sue and Scampi? But we can't do the show without them. We'll have to go and look for them. This would have never happened to Matthew Corbett. Excuse me, I'm Matthew Corbett from CITV. I'm looking for Sweep, Sue and Scampi. Have you seen them?
Yeah, I have. I saw them 10 minutes ago, just over there.
OK, thank you. Sudie, I can't find them anywhere. There'll be no show if we don't find them. Try some magic and see if you can make any of them appear. Scampi, where have you been and where are the others? What? They're over there? Well then, come on. Sue, you're here. But what about Sweep? We still can't do a show without Sweep. What? You mean he's at home waiting for us at CITV? Come on, Sooty and Co. Let's go!
Thanks, Darren. Absolutely brilliant job there. Thank you.
But Sooty's coming up next.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Look at the state of you. You've got to live with me. No, don't do it.
Do you know it's Sooty's birthday this year? And do you know how old he is?
No.
He's 50 years old. He's the same age as my dad.
Wow, that is old.
That is, but then let me tell you this. Because he's 50 years old this year,
Yeah.
I think we should throw him a big party.
Yeah.
And I think we should also, while he's here, ask him if he'd like to guest present with us for
Yeah.
a whole week.
Wow.
We're gonna have a party.
We're gonna have a party.
How's that for an entry? What do we do now?
Tell me!
Leave a blank.
Cartoons every day on CITV. Yippee!
Do you want to hear a joke?
I do want to hear a joke.
What do you call a man with a seagull on his head?
I don't know. What do you call a man with a seagull on his head?
Cliff.
Hey, there we go then. Here's another one. You ready? What do you call a man with a shiny shovel on his head? Brand spanking new Doug. In fact, he's up next and he's having a bit of a basketball nightmare. He is.
Crazy Cottage, Fridays 4:40 on CITV.
Ooh, everything's going backwards in Crazy Cottage tomorrow. But first, we have a very special guest on the show. Yes, it's Nasty Nurse Nick from the ward. Hi, Philip.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Welcome
meet
to
you.
the show.
Thank you.
Before we have a chat about the ward, Stephen isn't feeling too well.
Oh.
I wonder if you could give us a few first aid tips.
I will do.
Philip, I don't know what it is. I'll just come over all queasy. It's very hot. How does is my pulse good?
Stephen,
Yeah.
you're all right.
Am I?
Yes.
Oh.
But your hair doesn't look very well at all.
No.
So, yeah, I think we're going to have to give it a bit of a rest.
I think it just
Bit
this
of a
calls
bandage.
for bandage.
What are you talking about my hair? How
Bandage.
can my hair not be feeling very well?
I don't know, Stephen. We'll have to...
Well, I've never heard of anything like that. Well,
Neither have
I've
I.
never seen anyone's hair being bandaged on the ward.
Well, I've never seen any hair like yours before, Stephen. That's probably why.
It is a mess, I have to say. Oh, hello there, Tweety. Anyway, now it's my turn to remind you of the big competition. Yes, it's a competition to Disneyland Paris! And you could win it for a family of 4. So, to find out the question, you have to watch very closely Brand Spanking New Dog. Come on, everybody. It's time to watch Brand Spanking New Dog. You know, I think Doug is nearly as much of a daydreamer as he is.
Sorry? Did you get... Oh, I do apologise. Very bad joke. But anyway, let's have the third question to our big competition for that holiday. Would you say it while I explain this?
Yes, I will. You should have been watching Doug very closely to find out the answer to the big competition. And my question is, what is the name of Doug's arch enemy? Is it A, Bodger? Is it B, Roger? Or is it C, Dodger?
Well, whatever you think it is, jot it down on a piece of paper, put it with the other 2 answers to the questions that we've been asking you since Tuesday, and you'll have the final question tomorrow. So good luck with that, and you could be the winner of the holiday for 4 people. Do you know, if I won a holiday for 4, do you know what I would do?
No.
I'd do this.
It's me, Jez Edwards, and him, Jarvis the Jim. It's mine!
So that's on at 9:25 on Saturday, followed by Top Tunes in the Chart Show.
Yes, and at 9:25 on Sunday, we've joined Neil with an art attack, followed by Are You Afraid of the Dark?
What better way than to go into the weekend with CITV? Now, Philip, you're Nasty Nick in the ward, OK? What we want you to do now is to take a look at some of the stars of CITV who have got a few problems and just diagnose what you think it is, OK? Here's the first one. Take a look at this. What's up with him?
Windy poppyitis.
Windy Poppy
happy eyes.
What about Pat Sharp? Pat's been like this all week. What's up with Pat?
Snotoria mushiitis.
Notorious.
And what about Violet Berlin from The Big Bang? What's up with Violet?
Backache.
Well, there we go then. Well, Philip, I'll be chatting to you a tiny bit later on outside, but let's take a look at Philip now, and the award's coming up after this.
Nick had this brilliant idea for the staff to put on a fashion show to model these new uniforms.
Never. It's true.
Well, I wouldn't say it was brilliant, exactly.
Hey, I've always dreamed of sashaying on that catwalk.
Oh, I'll go and find Chas, start getting things organised.
Scott can do the sound system.
The kids are really going to enjoy this. Well done, Nick.
Nick Williams, you never cease to amaze me.
We've now got an absolutely top guest here on CITV. His name is Philip King. He's from the ward and he plays Nasty Nurse Nick. How you doing, Philip? You're right. So I've got loads of questions to ask you. First of all, have you ever had anybody stop you in the street and say, "Oh, you know, you're such a nasty guy," sort of thing?
All the time.
Have you really? What do you do?
I run away.
You just say, "See ya, bye." No, I'm not.
No, I just say yes and I say shh.
Right. Do you find it easy to be nasty? You know, because you're not a nasty guy, are you? Well, no, he's definitely not a nasty guy, because I've just been chatting to him. But see, there, it's amazing how you can just go in and out.
It's all in the stare, you see.
Is it? Can you teach me how to do it?
You lull somebody into a sort of false sense of security.
OK, so let's say you start off smiling then, and then go into Nasty Nurse Nick. OK,
so you're talking away like this, you see, and then you see, like you think I like you, you see.
Yeah, I do, yeah. He's just so good, isn't it?
And you just stare at them, and that usually,
OK.
Scares them sufficiently.
It's brilliant. It's, you know... And did you have to do any training to be a nurse? You know?
No, we have an advisor on set with us on filming days when we're filming. And if there's anything, you know, you want to know, like how to work a certain piece of machinery...
He'll show you how to do it,
She's there to...
Nice one. Well, the award is coming up in a moment, but there's a new series coming very soon, isn't there? Can you give us any, you know, exclusives here on CITV?
It's going to be very exciting.
Is it? OK.
Lots of stunts, lots of action.
Right.
And it's on the beginning of the new year, so quite a while yet.
OK. But, any new characters that you can tell us about?
I don't know.
You don't
I really don't know, but I got to be a hero at the end of the last series, and apparently...
Right. Go on.
I'll get the chance again.
Hey, well, the thing is, are you going to be just as nasty in the new series? This is the question.
I don't know. He's not quite as nasty as he was, you know.
Well, what I want you to do is introduce the ward now, OK, as Nasty Nurse Nick. Look straight into it.
So, smile?
Yeah, good.
And now, the ward.
Hey!
Oh, that was all very sad, wasn't it?
Very sad. Do you find it harder to do? Obviously, you must find it harder to do them scenes. But how do you get into character so well?
Well, I think with that particular one, Rita, who plays Mags, was genuinely upset.
Yeah.
And I think it just affects you.
Do you think it's harder for you being, you know, Nasty Nurse Nick, and then you have to give a slight edge, don't you? Where because it's so sad, you have to give the slight edge of, you know, compassion.
Well, I think you just concentrate on the particular scene you're doing at that point, you know, and you've got to be sad.
Well, Philip, it's amazing how you do it, and don't forget the Wardy's back at the same time next week here on CITV. But let's find out what's coming up tomorrow. We start off with some cartoon capers and animal facts in Animal Stories.
Yes, we have Bernard's Watch coming up tomorrow, and he'll be stopping and starting time in some of the most awkward situations.
Also, we'll be seeing Wacko, Yakko, and a cute one as well in Animaniacs.
Yes, we have a Crazy Cottage coming up, where Des will be going upside down, back to front, and totally around the bend. Well, that was all very exhausting. I'm losing my breath. Anyway, coming up tomorrow, apart from all that we've just seen, we have 5 popping into the studio and doing one of their new tracks. But remember your answers for the big competition.
Also, we've got to say a big thank you to Philip coming in, and don't forget, do have the pens on the ready for the big competition where you can win the holiday. But for now, we'll see you all tomorrow.
Yeah, bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.